Cat Stevens, For The Tillerman 2. When I first heard that Cat Stevens, Yusuf, was going to redo For The Tillerman or reimagine it, I must admit I was very sceptical. For The Tillerman is a classic album. How would you go about doing a reimagining of a classic album? Now, I can understand artist bands going back and doing new versions of old songs, but even that in the past has only been hit and miss. But whole album, I just couldn't see it. But I'll hold my hands up. What I've heard so far is just stunning. And I will definitely be buying the album when it comes out. The tracks they've put out so far are Where Do the Children Play, On the Road to Find Out, and very briefly, Father and Son. I think the Father and Son video was up for about a day on YouTube, and now I can't find it anywhere. That's a bit of a mystery, but I did see it, unless I'm going mad. Back in the early 70s, it seemed like everyone and their uncle had a copy of For The Tillerman. It was played endlessly, and it sold in massive quantities around the world. The first track on that album, and the first track Cat Stevens released from the new version, is Where Do the Children Play? So, when it appeared on YouTube, I sat there in front of the TV, and like I said, I wasn't expecting that much. But, you know, I was moved. I was really moved. It was absolutely beautiful. The song has always carried a powerful ecological message of the way we were destroying the planet, and it's even more relevant today than it was 50 years ago, because we are still doing it. 50 years ago, Cat Stevens was a young man, but today he is a sprightly 72. But you can hear all that age and experience in that voice of his, and that just adds something to the profound sadness of the song. The animated video is great as well. Simple, but puts its message across perfectly. Most of the debris you see in that video was picked up in a day on a beach in South Wales. How crazy is that? Since the new version came out a month, 2 months ago, I played it many times, and like I said, it is just beautiful. The second track they released from the new album is On the Road to Find Out, another classic from the original record. The 2020 version is reimagined as a swampy, down and dirty blues, with Cat Stevens sounding like an old blues singer from the Soho Delta. Somehow he's made it work, and fair play to the man. Another excellent video accompanies the track. It shows a young man dragging behind him a huge rock through the desert. And as he journeys on, possessions attach themselves to the rock, making it heavier and heavier to drag along, until he comes across a flower growing in the desert. The flower, I guess, is enlightenment. He undoes his ropes, lets go, leaves the rock and all those accumulated possessions behind, and walks away free and without burdens. Hence the message of the song. If you want to find yourself, really find yourself, the answer or answers lie within, not in what you accumulate as you move through this world. At the beginning of the video, there is a quote from Rumi, the 13th century Sufi poet. If you like poetry, please check him out, because he's written some beautiful stuff. And so on to track number 3. And like I said, this was only up on YouTube for a day and then just disappeared. Maybe somebody out there can clear up that mystery, but from what I remember, it stuck pretty much to the original. The son in the song wants to break away, build his own life, stand on his own 2 feet, make his own decisions. While the father cautions, not yet, take your time, you're too young, etc., etc. The endless dialogue between fathers and their sons. The original song is yet another classic, and a few days ago reached the astounding figures of 200 million streams of the song on Spotify. So you could say it's a bit of a popular song. So with my very brief listen to the new version, It didn't differ, like I said, very much from the original, except in one respect. With the magic of technology, they have woven together Cat performing the song live at the Troubadour in Los Angeles in 1970 and Cat Stevens singing in 2020. The 1970s version they have used for the son's part in the song, and Cat Stevens recording in 2020 takes the father's lines. So there you have it, the old and the young, and it works beautifully. It brings a whole new life to the song. So I'm hoping on the evidence of these 3 tracks, the whole album is just as good, and I think it will be. I have high hopes for this album. It's out on September the 18th. There is a link in the description if anyone wants to buy the album, and thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.